Scotland's Ken Buchanan lost the world lightweight boxing title to Roberto Duran 16 years ago. Duran subsequently went on to win a welterweight world championship and a light middleweight world championship, and I'm sure most of you will remember those two great fights with Sugar Ray Leonard, one winning and one losing for Duran. Well, he fights on all those years on. He's now boxing at middleweight, and we're about to show you Duran's latest fight against an American, Ricky Stackhouse. We're going to join it in Atlantic City in round 6, and the commentator is Harry Carpenter.
So now we enter the second half of this scheduled 10-rounder. With Duran out in front. But with Stackhouse still apparently brimming with confidence. I suppose if you've got a man who's a few years older than you are in front of you, you always fancy a chance. Duran at 36, even a man like him really must be close to the end of his time. In 1983, Duran attempted to win a world title at a fourth weight, middleweight, against, of all people, Marvin Hagler. And he went 15 rounds with Hagler to lose on points. His last world title fight was the light middleweight fight with Thomas Hearns in '84. And he got stopped in 2 rounds in that fight. Just about the worst defeat he ever suffered. And that was when he retired, but now here he is on a comeback again. If Stackhouse does have any supporters in the crowd, they don't get much chance to make themselves heard. Fighting well against Stackhouse, unless he walks into the right, and he has. As he came in full of confidence, he got clipped with a short right hand. And that's been the story of this fight so far, this extraordinary right that Duran keeps pulling out of his pocket and finding his man with it, and he's done it again there. Beautiful little punch as Stackhouse came in throwing punches. And Stackhouse is not feeling too good after that last right. Now takes that thumping great left hand into the stomach. Well, that bell hasn't come a moment too soon for Stackhouse. It really is extraordinary the way Duran can suddenly find exactly the right punch, because Stackhouse was looking quite good for a moment there and was coming forward confidently and suddenly got clipped. Just watch this. In he comes, walking in, determined to do something good, and then here it comes now. Just watch it. There, right on the point of the jaw. And he falls into the arms of Duran, and from there to the floor. Well, you won't see a better little counterpunch than that. That didn't travel more than about a foot. And got one to luck on the way down as well. Well, I wonder what else is in store for Stackhouse tonight. He's fought quite a good fight against Duran, and yet every time he looks as though he might get on top, Duran suddenly reverses everything. That looked like a low left from Duran. And maybe another one from the sound of it. Sounded as though a right hand hit the cup, the foul-proof cup that boxers wear. loops across this time. Now these fans in Atlantic City can't complain they don't get their money's worth. Been action all the way in this fight. And Duran always likes to work hard when he's got the man with his back to the ropes. Exactly the place to do it. Well, he's well past his best, Duran. There cannot not be any doubt about that. But you're still seeing one of the great modern champions at work here. It's a brand of fighting that reflects the savage upbringing that Duran had in the slums of Panama. He had to fight to survive as a kid, and he's still fighting to survive as an adult. With the tax man hovering over him, asking for $4 million, and he doesn't know where it's going to come from. And this is the only way he knows to earn big money. Just signs now that Duran's beginning to feel the pace. Glad to come in and hold a bit. A hard fight this. And still 3 rounds of it left. Stackhouse on the floor from a perfect short right counter in the 6th round. But still fighting hard, Stackhouse. And making Duran go a bit. It's interesting how he's got much more chance in this fight, Stackhouse, than he had with Harold Brown. That shows how different styles make different fights. Duran's got him again. Savage combination attack. Oh, he even had the strength to get up that way. Isn't that amazing? Never seen a boxer do that before. I thought he was rocking to try and get his senses back. All he was doing was trying to get to his feet. Well, Duran's looking for the finish now in the 8th. There's no doubt about that. He'd like to get this man right out of the way. And this is the chance to do it. And again, Stackhouse takes the punch. That right hand has proved the Georgia man's undoing here. What a set 2 they're having now. Stackhouse still trying to do to Duran what Duran has been doing to him. Sort of fight Duran loves. Nothing better than a roughhouse for him. He loves it. You see what I mean? Well, that was some round. And amazingly, Stackhouse is still on his feet and still looks reasonably perky. Well, the way he got to his feet after the knockdown, he really does have some strength.
Yeah. Okay? This is what you do. Okay?
Well, the trouble this time for Stackhouse wasn't one punch, it was many. He put a whole series of punches together here, Duran. And when he did, everyone went through and over went Stackhouse again. He really is a roughhouse merchant, this man. And what can you do against a guy who fights like that? Walks through everything. And they come out to touch gloves for the 10th and final round. And that's about the only sporting gesture that's been offered. It's been a tough and rough fight. Low punches, good punches, lots of mauling inside. Typical Duran fight. The bearded Panamanian showing that at 36, with all those world championship fights behind him, he can still fight with the best. Terrible crack of heads there. Can Stackhouse produce anything in this final round to turn it the other way, because he must be well behind. Been on the floor twice. He made Duran's knees buckle once very early in the fight. Other than that, I don't think he's given Duran any really troublesome moments. But you must say for Stackhouse that he's fought with great courage, and he's stayed there with Duran. Having come this far, one rather hopes to see Stackhouse get to the final bell. But Duran is determined not to let him get there, if he has anything to do with it. A lot of Stackhouse's really bad moments have come when he's been backed up against the ropes. It's solid left to the body from Duran. And Stackhouse wisely gets back out in the center. I think even Duran is feeling the pace now. He looked tired at the end of the ninth. I think he's going through the motions now. He's one of the toughest fighters I've ever seen. So it seems to be going all the way, right to the final bell, the 10th round. And a grin on Duran. Come on, come in and see if you can get me, and see what happens. All over. Great fight between these two. And at 36, Duran is still a formidable fighter. The best day is long over, and both men being cheered by their seconds. But there really can only be one winner. Duran must be there comfortably on points.
Gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for Ricky Stackhouse and Roberto Duran. Here is the official scoring. Frank J. Pyro scores it out 96-92. Richard Strange has it 98-91, and Frank Burnett scores it 96-92. For the winner, the former three-time world champion,
Well, it's good to see the great Roberto Duran still winning at the age of 36. But the sad reflection is that one day, and one day very soon, a younger and lesser man will come along and most certainly beat him.